how should your automation look like? What kind of components do you need if you're automating your business processes as a small business owner? That's what I'm going to talk about today in this short video. My name is Stefano Vreze. I'm the owner of Titanify.biz, and I'm here to make automation simple for you. Now, in this video, again, I'm going to show you a little bit what my belief is around automation and how I think you should look at automation for yourself as a business owner, especially because we don't have much time as a small business owner to spend on figuring out how an automation works, how AI works, how a chatbot works, how ChatGPT should work for us, and so on and so on. I think as a small business owner, and I'm still a small business owner, I don't want to spend too much time on that. Even me as a technical founder, let's say, as a tech nerd, and being into this for many years now already, I have to be really, really mindful about not getting into a rabbit hole when I'm automating stuff. When I'm automating my business processes, I have to be very careful. Otherwise, I overcomplicate things all the time. So that's what I'm here for, to make it simple. And this is what I'm going to show you. So first of all, automation 101, right? I just want to show very simply what I think an automation should look like, right? So here is my overview of what kind of components it should have, right? And let's go into present mode. So all the other stuff is gone. So here we go. This is it, right? This is what I think an automation should have. First of all, it starts with a trigger, right? It starts with a trigger on the top there. And this one right here can be anything. It can be a trigger from, maybe it's a timer. Maybe you want to have an automation that runs every day, every minute even. But it can also be a trigger by somebody sending you an email, or a task is getting created. So it can also be like, this is the icon that I use to depict like a customer. It can be a customer that is actually setting this up for you, right? So if you're looking at this, then you can see that I try to not overcomplicate things too much. You start with a trigger, somebody triggered it, or an event triggered it, right? And that by itself actually triggers the automation, right? That's the idea. So the automation then itself can contain a lot of steps, a lot of tools. So you can use ChatGPT, Zapier, Copy AI, Google Drive, ClickUp, whatever you want, whatever you need the automation to do. This is where that kind of stuff happens, right? And then you have some inputs, because okay, you can create this kind of automation, but it will need to do some stuff based on not just the trigger, but also the information that it's getting from different places. It can be data stored in your Google Drive. It can be just simple information that you input. It can be data from a database somewhere, or it can be also data provided by that kind of customer or any other person that needs to input something, right? So you have your trigger, you have your inputs, you have your tools, and at the end of the road, at the end of the automation, well, something needs to happen. There should be an output. I put here the icon for documents, but it can also be data, like we can do like this. It can also be data, right? So data, documents, anything that you want to happen. Maybe it triggers another one. Can be like, just let's go like this, right? It can just trigger another automation, and so on and so on. So there's a lot of different ideas that you can implement here with an automation. But that's it, honestly. If you're thinking about what is an automation and what kind of components should it have, or how does it look like, I think that's it. Trigger, something happens with some input, and then you have your output. That's it, right? That's it. And if we look at a specific example, then let's go down here. So again, can be somebody that is triggering something by filling out a Google form. This triggers an automation, and that automation sends an email. That's it. Pretty straightforward. This is an automated business process. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. I do love to see like very elaborate workflows and so on if you're talking about automations, and it looks beautiful if you're into those kind of stuff. But if this kind of automation and workflow helps you save a couple of minutes per day and making sure that your customer that inputs maybe a support request immediately gets an email, now that's value. Even if it's just 3 steps that are automated, that's huge value. And we cannot forget about these kind of things, right? It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. So that's what I want to give today in this video. This is my take on automation, very simply put, right? So if you're thinking about as a small business owner to automate your business processes, start with these little things, start with these simple things. Like, what are 1 or 2 step automations that you can create for yourself? Using a tool like Zapier is very, very easy. Using a tool like make.com can also be easy, right? Or you don't even need Zapier sometimes. Maybe it's an integration between Google Docs and maybe it's ClickUp, maybe it's something else, There's tools that can integrate with each other without the need of any other Zapier-like tool, right? So think about that. This is simple automation for me. In the next couple of videos, we will go deeper in some other examples. But that's it for now. Thank you, and see you next time.